Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we'll be making this gorgeous, simple one-layer card, and I really like how this is perfect for a new stamper. We've got 3 different colours in our card here, and I have heat embossed the sentiment, but if you don't have the heat embossing tools, you could just use one of these 3 colours that we've used. So I'm going to go through the supplies for this card. I have used the Bloom by Bloom stamp set, which is in the Occasions catalogue. Absolutely beautiful. I love these big, bold images. I've also used the Friendly Expressions stamp set, and what I really like about this stamp set is you can use the larger image by itself or with the 2 images together. But it's a really great sayings there. We've got happy to know you, life is tough but so are you, congratulations to you, thanks for all you do, and you make me proud, and I've used You Make Me Proud today. The ink colours that we've got here are Merry Merlot, Shaded Spruce and Pool Party. They're not colours that I would normally use a lot in my card making. I like nice bright colours, but I really love how this one's turned out. I have the Pool Party and Silver Baker's Twine, which is really pretty as an accent there. And obviously we're using the Versamark ink with silver embossing powder with the heat tool. I have my card kit here all ready to go, and it is a simple card kit today, but you can find all the measurements and supplies over my blog, and that there is a link to my blog in the description of this video. There's also a link to my online store where you can purchase all your Stampin' Up! Supplies if you live in Australia. If you don't already have a demonstrator, I would love to be a demonstrator. Pop in that hostess code for the month and I'll send you out a free gift. But I also have Inky Rewards as my customer loyalty program, and you can find out all about that over my blog. So let's get started. We have Merry Merlot card base, which is a piece of A4 chopped in half and then folded in half. I'm just going to fold in half on that score line that I've already pre-scored, and then just burnish that edge. Now one is going to be the inside of the card, which I don't think I showed before, so that's the inside and the front. So we have an inside and the front cover, and we're going to start stamping the front here. I'm going to stamp on a piece of scrap paper as well, just because I'm stamping off the edges and I don't want to stamp onto my grid paper. So I'm going to start off with the Merry Merlot ink, and we're going to stamp those larger flower, this one here. I'm just going to stamp around my card. And then I'm going to use this little flower center, and I'm going to stamp in the middle of those flowers. This is tone on tone stamping, and I'm doing this and I'm thinking, why did I not stamp that sentiment first? That's really what I should have done. So we might do that before I get too much further in. Let's bring the embossing buddy in, and I'm just going to lay a little bit of powder down over the top, stamping with the Versamark ink, and I have my sentiment all ready to go. Popping down in the middle. Bring in my silver embossing powder. I'm a little all over the shot today. I'm not sure what's going on. Just going to heat it up with the heat tool, and you can see that it will melt that powder. So that's better. I've got my sentiment down. I'm ready to go. So we're going to move on to our pool party of these larger flowers. I'm going to stamp a few of those around on my front cover. Looks good. I'm going to move on to the shaded spruce leaves. And I really like this leaf here. So just moving around, popping a few in. I'm going to put one up here as well. There we go. I'm going to bring in the Merry Merlot again, and we're just going to stamp some of those smaller flowers. Oh, there we go. This image just here. So we're going to pop a few of those around the place. Yep, I think that should be all right. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in the pool party, and we're just going to fill in some of those little gaps. And we have those little spotted stamp to do that. There we go. So I might as well bring in that other piece for the inside, and I'm just going to stamp a couple of those those larger flowers in the pool party. Just stick one down there like that. Then we'll bring in the Merry Merlot, and I want one of these ones with our center. And I'm also going to bring in that smaller little flower. I'm just going to put in a couple of them. Bring our shaded spruce in and grab a few leaves in there. And then the last thing is we're going to do those little dots just to fill in. And I think that's perfect. Let's get rid of our ink pads. Now we're just going to adhere down all our pieces. So we have the inside of our card. I'm just going to use some Tombow multi-adhesive glue and stick that inside our card. Same thing for our front of our card. We're not using any dimensionals, but you certainly can if you would prefer to have it popped up. Just wanted to make it something really nice, quick and simple. And lastly, we're going to bring in that baker's twine. We're going to feed it through a little bit more. And I'm going to tie a nice little bow on this side. I'm going to double knot it because I find that it's a little bit easier for me. Let's tie a nice little bow. Perfect. Getting rid of our edges. Now I just wanted to point out that you don't have to add the baker's twine. I just found that the silver that's in the baker's twine just really picked up the embossing and gave it that little bit of extra sparkle, but it does look really nice without the baker's twine as well. So you can please yourself if you have it or not. I hope you've enjoyed today's card. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and I'd love to hear any comments you have. Don't forget to head over to my blog where all the measurements and supplies can be found. And if you're after anything through Stampin' Up, I would love to be your demonstrator. So you can go through my online store, use that hostess code and I'll send you out a free gift. Also over my blog you can check out my Inka rewards. I'd love to reward my customers. Okay, until next time, have a wonderful day and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.